Okay, tomorrow, it's Saturday today. Tomorrow I'm going to go out and just have a flick about. There's only a small window of opportunity, so it's northerly tomorrow, so it should be all right. So I'm just going to go and have a look on a couple of reefs and see. I know there's some coalfish out there, but normally this time of year, or perhaps in a couple of weeks, you get a run of codling. So I'm going to go and see if I can have a look. But I'll show you what I'm going to use. Let me just take this camera off. I'm going to be using these crazy eels tomorrow, and I've got these heads that I buy from my local tackle shop. These are like £2.50 as regards to paying, you know, 12 quid each. But I'll show you what I do with all of my heads is I super glue them on. So I'll try and set this camera up so you can see how I do it and how I judge where to put the hook through. So I'm going to put this lead head onto this. Oh look, the eyes come off of that one. Oh well. Onto this fishy body, and what I do is, it's got like 3 dots on the back of this lure, but what I do is I put the head up to it so I can see roughly where it's coming out, and I can see that's coming out on this one here. So all I do is I go through this here and come out of it like that, and that should fit. Yeah, look, about perfect. And then what I do is I will put some super glue around there so it glues it to the head so the wrasse and whatever else don't pull it off. So all I'm going to do is just put a couple of drips of super glue on this, like that. This is where I normally get it all down myself, stick to my fingers, and then just literally hold that on there like that for a few seconds. And it just stops the wrasse or the tail biters pulling that off. That's it, that's stuck. So that's pretty solid there. And that's your lead head. Done, ready for tomorrow. That's a slightly bigger body on that one, and that's a 65 gram lead head. So I've got some smaller ones here. This again, this is a smaller body, but still got a 65 gram. And I've already put that hook in there where it needs to go. And I'll just put a couple of dabs of super glue on that, and then push that on. So give that a few seconds, and that's it, and that'll work lovely. So I'm hoping for some just little codling. You may pick a bass up, but I'm only literally going to go out for an hour and just have a play around because the weather's shocking next week. So it's just nice to grab the grab a bit of fishing time while you can. Okay, just going round to the lock now and go out and see if we can get something on the reef. Dog's a life jacket up, so let's go round. It's 20 to 10. Right, I've just got out here now to a reef. I'm going to have a look. It's blowy a little bit out here, but it's quite nice. I think it'll flatten off a bit later. But I'm just going to try these, the smaller one, this crazy eel. So I'm just clipping it on this breakaway clip. So I'm just going to move myself around. I'm not quite drifting where I want to be. So I'll just move around and go on the first drift. Okay, I've got myself on what I think's a nice drift. I'll just check my clutch on this. Just move the wheel round so I'm facing a better way. Yeah, I'm doing about 2 knots. That's not too bad actually. The lures going nicely out the back. You can see the riptide over there where I'm heading towards. That's generally where you'll get the bass and the... Oh, I'm hoping for codling today, but I'll be happy with a wrasse, I'll be honest. I ain't caught a wrasse for a while. So we'll see. These slightly smaller lures may do it for me today. Just let a bit more line out so I'm sort of pinned to the bottom a bit. Oh, like a little tail bite then. As I say, I'll super glue these lures on because the wrasse will just pull them straight off the hook. There must be some bass around. I think that's a commercial bass boat over there. There's another boat just come out here. He's just steaming straight through the reef, which is not good. Yeah, sometimes I think they do it, they just don't really know. You know, it's the same as when you're on a wreck, fishing a wreck. You know, you really want to go right the way around the wreck, otherwise you just scare all the fish. But put it down to ignorance. The dog's chewing my gloves up. Wait. Yeah, I'll switch back to my other rod now, so I feel happier with this one. It's just I'm used to it. It's lovely setup. What I'm going to do is when that tide eases up a little bit on, I think high waters at Huppers 12, so I'll get myself around by the Sovereign Tower and try around there. So I'll be quite happy with a wrasse. I don't know if these spring codling are going to be out here. Maybe a little bit early for them, but you never know. Well, I didn't want this to happen really. I'll just snap the tip off that new rod. Oh well. Yeah, the weather's flattened right off now. The wind has dropped, so I'm just coming across this reef again. I've got a slightly different colour. I've gone to a yellow and white Savage Gear one. I find these quite... I think that's a reef again. Right. Yeah, losing some gear today. Right, I've just moved off that reef. It was moving a bit too fast and I got snagged a few times, so I'm trying this area here, which is quite good. Now I'm on slack water, so I decided to come out to this wreck here and just have a little bang and see if I can hit something. And really had a lot of luck on the reefs today. All I've seemed to be doing is snapping rods and losing lures, so we'll just have a little go here. Okay, I'm into a fish. I don't think it's massive, but it'll do. Starting to dive a bit. I knew they were on here, but it's oh, it's a nice healthy little pollock. Just spat something out. Yeah, nice little pollock. Only small. I'll get a picture of him. This out. Yeah, nice little pollock. Quite pleased with that. Okay, I've just come back out. Another drift on this wreck. Alright, I'm on the wreck now, so I'll tell you when there's one, there's normally two. The lure's going down lovely. It's just a 65 gram this one. So I'll just wind up a little couple of turns, just so I'm not dragging in the wreck. Yeah, it's showing the fish now, so hopefully. Oh, it's warm. I might have to take my my jacket off. This morning I had the heater on. It was pretty freezing. It's a beautiful day out here now. Wind's dropped right off. Yeah, you can see we're going on. Come out of the way. You can see we're going on slack water because we're the boat's drifting all funny. Yeah, you can hear that bleeping. There's quite a few fish down here. As I say, that Pollock spat up what look like whitebait sprats, so they're obviously feeding. So my friend's gone out deep today, but he had quite a few last week. But I'll say I tend not to fish them on real deep wrecks because they're knackered. You know, by the time they come up, they're blown. I mean, that one recovered. It's fine. You know, you can dart them in the water and it revives them, but generally, if their swim bladder's not gone, then you should be fine. You know, they should be fine. Oh yeah. I think I missed that. Oh well. Let's drop it back down. Yeah, you're right in the thick of the wreck here now. Let's give it a couple of turns up. Yeah, you could probably get away with a 30 gram lure now. We're moving nicely, about 0.9 of a knot, but you can see a line normally would be out the back of your boat and it's virtually level with the side here. I'm just coming on the back edge of it. I'm going to reel up slowly and position myself round. I think I'll take this coat off. I'm just doing another drift over this This feels a bit better. Feels a bit better. What they do, they tend to take some more line when we get up to it. Starts to see the sun. Yeah, great fun on these little light rods. So it's just using a 65 gram lead head and a crazy just this is there you go. Just pull it. This one in. Yeah, they're not massive, but it's not a double figure, but it's that's a nice one. Nice size. Yeah, happy with that. Lipped hooked. So let's get a couple of photos of this. Yeah, nice, and that will go back lovely. They're really healthy fish. I just had not a monster of the day, but it was quite nice. Probably about £8, I suppose. Yeah, so I'm here, I'm picking them up. That one feels a little bit better. Just need your clutch set just right, so it's not too light so it'll scream it back into the wreck, but just enough so they'll take line. Another nice one. No real monsters today, but it's another small one probably. Still £3-4 I suppose. yeah, quite nice. Nice to catch, nice to release. Oh. So what I'm doing is I'm getting on the same sort of drift each time. I've got my drift line, so I know the fish are holding there, so I'm just going to keep going on over the same sort of ground. They seem to be holding in the same place. Hear the sounders bleeping. So I'm roughly on, well I am bang on the same drift line as I was before, so hopefully I'll pick another one up. Maybe a bit bigger. As I say, I'll be doing some videos on tote fishing and smoothhound. We've got smoothhounds coming up in a few weeks' time. Peeler crab are out, but I normally put my lobster pot down and get the harbour crabs. They're certainly a lot cheaper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish for them on these nice little light rods as well. So it's all, you know, good sport. So yeah, maybe the next video will be tote fishing or smoothhounds. I'm going to give it a few more weeks before I attempt to go place fishing again. I'll wait until they fatten up a bit and do a video on that. And I'm hoping to go down to the Kingsmere. It's a conservation ground for the bream, and I'm going to do a video down there. So I think that'll be quite nice. It's about 40 miles, but I'll go early in the morning and fish it all day and come back. You know, come back at night. It doesn't matter. I'm sort of radared up, so it's pretty safe. Well, the dogs have been, well, Pip's been behaving herself. The little one still gets in my way a little bit, but he's getting better. I've got the barrel up, stopping getting over the sides. So he's been pretty good. He's quite interested. He doesn't seem as interested in the fish as what Pip used to be. I don't know what it'd be like when I get a conger over the side. I think that'd be a bit different story. What a glorious day. So you just got to grab these weather opportunities, these weather windows, you know, when you can. I know all next week is pretty shocking. Yeah, this is where the fish are, so hopefully I'll pick another one up in a minute. Yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you like some of the stuff I'm doing. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot to me and help my profile. Well, devastated about snapping my new rod. I don't know how I'm going to black that one. Saying it broke. I'm sure my my dear friend Martin at the Hastings Angling Centre will sort it out for me. So this is my last drift on this this wreck. It's virtually slack water, so I've just literally pushed myself into the middle where I know these fish were holding. I'll just try this one more and then I'm going to move down and try this little reef. No, I think I'm going to move. I'm going to go to this this little reef. Right, I've just come out to this little reef. It's only not even a couple of miles offshore. I'm just going to have a little flick about on here. It's only very shallow, sort of 40 foot deep, so I'll have a try here to just see if there's anything down here. It's quite windy inshore, it's quite nice out there. It's quite snaggy. Just creeping round the outside of it. I'm just going to move a little bit. First drift. So let's put that there. Let's just move around a little bit. I'll get on it better. Trouble, it's a nice little reef and I don't want to scare them, so I'm just going to creep around this. Looks like I'll drift
we're still not sort of drifting the way that we should be, but it's going to work in my favour because the reef lies that way, so that's the way we're moving, which is quite fortunate. So I'm just going to get myself in this area. Yeah, it's quite windy now inshore. It's lovely out there. Well, I couldn't ask for a better drift line. Literally drifting right the way through it. Don't seem to be showing any fish. Well, good thing is I'm not a million miles from the marina, so I'm going to go in a minute. I think I'll hopefully get this up as 2 now, so I think I'm going to get the 3 o'clock lock in. That's nice, just had a few hours, you know, a couple of 3 hours out, and no spring codling, but you know, maybe in a few more weeks they'll be there. Give me a chance to save up for some more lures. No, I don't think it's meant to be here. It's getting a little bit cold now, so I've had a good day. Had half a dozen pollocks, so I was quite pleased with that. Nothing massive, but yeah, better than a stick in the eye. So I'm quite pleased with that. Shame about my my rod I broke, but there you go. It's one of them, and there you go, little old baby. He's had some fun today. Good boy. And my bestie, she's in there chilling. Right, I'm going to go in. It's freezing, so well, back in Sovereign Harbour. Had a cracking day, quite literally. Shame about that, but there you go. The dogs loved it. My pip's on the mend, and the pup's getting really good. Thanks for watching the video.